Hey, how you guys doing? I'm X. Yeah, so we're taking another look at the T-44. So after I did my video last time, I really didn't know if I was going to get any kind of a better game than that. So I think it was yesterday I said, you know what? I want to try the 122 millimeter. And one of the main reasons why is that the 122 millimeter is actually one of the guns that I use on the IS-6, which is a really favorite, one of my favorite tanks. And if you guys just look at it, they're almost identical. I mean, it's a little bit smaller of a barrel, but if we look at it, we're talking about uh, a tier 8. Now, if you look at it, a tier 8, now I'm going to say a tier 700 millimeter on a Soviet tank, it pins like a tier 8. It pins tier 8s. You'd be amazed at how, like, 175, it's bad for hatches, or I mean for turrets and sides of turrets, and you can get bounces, but most of the time when you're shooting flat surfaces, you're going to pin. So we're talking bottom plates and stuff. But 122 millimeter, we're talking a whole nother ballpark just because of its sheer mass. It's got alpha mass. So when it hits, it does damage regardless, or it does nothing. It just deflects. Which, you know, we're talking tier 9s, and at that point you'd have to use a what is it, premium. So if you look at it, 175 pin, which is what they all do, it does 390 damage with one shot, and I do occasionally do almost 440. So if we look at this, you know, 175 at 250, but if you look at 7 rounds and a half, so almost 7.60 rounds a minute compared to 3, you know, you're going to be doing more damage with this gun. The only thing I'm going to say, when you watch this video, you'll see I get opportunities to shoot people, but I really wouldn't be doing too much damage when I'm doing 250 per shot. So when I think about it, I go, the horrible reload, we're talking almost 20 seconds, you know, seems horrible. It's like, why would you want to wait that long? My playing style, it fits perfect for me. So you're going to see here in this video, so like I said, you know, if you're the kind of person that's always seeing people and always getting good shots and side shots, the 100 millimeter is great. But for me, I like being an assault. I like getting in people's faces. I like getting up and close. I like using corners of buildings. I don't like making long shots, which this can make long shots, but you really, you know, it makes you, its inaccuracy makes you wait and plan your shots. You don't just fire them like with American tank. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check out this game real quick. I mean, just a great gun. I really love this gun. Anyway, let's go ahead and check that out. Siegfried Mine. So really, this is one of my favorite maps right now. It's got like a sniper row on the left, and it's got like city streets on the right, which is really cool. So I was you know, talking to these guys in game, and I was just like, you know, I was like, the guy was like, oh, this is great, and I was like, oh, we're gonna wreck these noobs. I was being completely cocky. Just thought, you know, hey, don't think this guy knows who, you know, knows what's up here. I'm rolling a gun that does 10 less damage than that the one next to me on a medium tank, and I'm just like, it's so fun. The reload's terrible. You know, if you look, you'll see it's horrible. But if you use it the way I'm going to use it, you know, an assault feature, I have plenty of exits. I can use the speed and maneuverability. Right here, I'm going to try and get some spots. I stop, and I go, I heard this guy get detected, and I was like, hey, you know what? I'll pick on this little tiger and kill him. You know, and I can actually hear a couple people saying the same things. You know, they're like, oh, looks like this tiger wants to die. And so I'm getting zoomed in, checking everything. I know I don't need a premium or anything, not for the tiger. So come around here. I see that there's some more people that popped up, so I don't want to get side shot over there. So I just want to cut this real quick and get around before they can shoot me, and boom, 375. So yeah, like I said, you know, 375 is still quite a bit for one shot. Like I said, it varies. You can actually do more than that as well. So here I'm going to do a little bit of side scraping. What that means is I'm going to just give my side a little bit. If they do come around the corner, they're going to either deflect off my front plate or off my side plate. But I can bait them with the side plate. You'll see here I actually got hit. Probably bottom plate or front plate. They really beefed up the T-44. I absolutely hated that tank when I had it. It just seemed to be, just anything would pin it. It just didn't have enough pin to do anything. But here you can see, I don't want to get surrounded. I can see there's some tier 9s. Somebody just shot at him, so I know if I pop out here, he's going to get me. So do a quick shot, and you'll notice I switched to premium rounds. The reason why is that any tier 9s I might run into, that's why I'm checking them. And I'm like, I want to get another shot on this tier 9, but I see this guy being hesitant. Fired, got a good shot. That would have actually been an ammo rack if it was an IS, but it ain't an IS. You can see here I'm locking my barrel so I can look around. And I was going to take a shot at this guy, but with my reload, that's where the 100mm would have came in handy. I could have fired on him. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you only do 220 to somebody, they usually come after you. They go, oh, this weak dude. Now this is a crazy shot. I shoot him right in the bottom plate, but I bounced him with premium, so I thought, hey, don't want to mess with him. Gonna go ahead and just back up. Gonna see what's going on. Just be patient. And I go, you know what, I'm gonna just back up and try and get these other guys. Now this guy in the M103, he's complaining. Seriously, he just basically was like, oh, you know, surrounded, I hope you guys have a good game. You know, the T-44, I was like, I was gonna pin him, but I was like, I don't want to waste my shot. And this is where I said this gun will kind of teach you, you know, you'll end up having to wait, you know, to fire. So, you know, you want to make sure when you're shooting somebody, you're going to hit them. So tanks I don't really tend to mess with is like go head to head with a E75 or a VK3002B, things like that. Tier 9, you know, I'll mess with a E50, but usually I'll ditch out from those guys. So I'm starting to notice that, you know, we're doing pretty good. This is a cool little little trick. Now the ISU 152 is a pretty deadly tank. This guy right here, I was gonna get him. You can see here that, you know, long range shots, you have to take your time and you have to make sure you're in a good position. You'll see here I get a fix on him and I fire just, you know, hoping to get lucky, and I do get lucky. The pin on the ISU 152 is crazy. If it was fully upgraded when he hit me, and you'll see here he's gonna hit me, I would just be, it would have killed me, seriously. One shot would have killed me. You can see he did, you know, good 700 on me, which is crazy. So I fired one more round at him. I went, you know what, I can probably get him, but I can see that my teammates are doing that, and I'm like, I can hear somebody's on the base, so I'm like, you know, it's more important, get the guy on the base. I'm actually wondering who it is, and I look on my map and I see that the two are over there, and I go, so I'm going to be dealing with a tier 9 T-44, which is the next tank I'm getting, so I'm kind of hesitant. You'll see here that I come over and I'm going to do this weird thing. I cut left to try and get this house, and he ends up being where I don't want him to be, but he's not looking at me. He's looking at the other guys, and boom, 398. So one more shot and he's done. Even at this point, if he fired at me twice, he's not going to do anything. And here's the funniest thing. He goes into the lake, and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to drive into the lake and get him. And I hit him, 12 damage, and boom. I thought it was pretty funny. Now you'd think I was going to die, but because the game ended before I died, pretty cool. I thought it was a fun game, and it's just a fun cannon to use. You know, tanks, they just, you know, it's devastating. It's not like I got a ton of awards or got like an ace tanker, but pretty crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one. Later.